see how this looks. Still pretty dark, it looks, but let's try. Nope. Sometimes full dynamic range will do that. That looks better. Alright, we'll go with this. Okay. So already we got sound glitchiness. It's so funny because like it sounds so clear, but a little bit of input delay there. Yeah, wow. Yep. A little bit of sound errors and a little choppiness.
Well done. Kabal wins. Round 2. Fight. Finishes. Kabal wins. Round 1. Fight.
No, it's definitely not arcade perfect. I don't think the speed or anything is off. I think the speed is fine. But there's like, I don't know, there's just like something odd about the input. It honestly, it almost feels like you're playing on like a good like internet connection at times.
Fight.
Yeah, like you can still do stuff. It doesn't seem to be like hindering
Fight.
like basic movements, but there's definitely like hiccups. Yeah, all that stuff is pretty easy.
Kabal wins. Flawless victory.
Yeah, I'm playing on the PS3 version right now. I think I've played on the Xbox. Well, maybe both. I can't remember if they were both in the same one. We had to run it at Seasons Beatings 2011 because the cabinet with the modded controllers was not available, so we did it on there.
Finisher. Kabal wins. Round
Yep,
1.
here, miss.
Fight. Kabal wins.
Yeah, I mean it really doesn't feel bad,
Round 2. Fight.
but there's just like little oddball things that happen that kind of like throw you off. Yeah, I think it's on PS3, PC, and Xbox.
Finishes.
I guess I'll just throw on a fatality for you. This is basically just gonna be like combo exhibition versus the CPU.
Fatality.
But yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see if I can relaunch. I think Nightwolf you can only relaunch with Kabal when he's got a frame advantage or disadvantage. Yeah, you can see a little, just a little hint. There's like a couple frames, I think, of lag. Man, that is really annoying. That like the stopping of the sounds, like the little like things just get like cut off. And it's weird because I'm pretty sure that by changing how the sound is processed, like the point of that would have been so that sounds didn't get cut off like they do normally. Like, you know, when like Smoke and Scorpion do the spear, or the harpoon as I call it, their voice gets cut off because it can only play like so many at once, or there's like some kind of override. But that was fixable, just normally, just using the normal game. But this, I'm pretty sure, uses like the Unreal Engine to do the sound. That was blockable.
Kabal wins. Fatality. Round one. Fight. Wins.
Yeah, it was a relaunch combo. Easier to get. It's blockable the way I just did it there, but you can get it unblockable at least. Just the computer doesn't block on landing. Listen how crispy those footsteps are.
Round one. Fight.
Oh my god, did you see that? Oh, that was close. That would have been like, I think I could have got 100 out of that.
Round two. Fight.
Come on. I think that's just me. Hmm.
Fight.
Hmm. Yeah, versus Shang, you really can't get can get 2 jabs, but it's tougher timing. Yeah, UMK3 Plus is the shit. That is like just a fantastic mod. These are all just like computer exploits. fall out, because when they fall out of the spin, the damage protection resets, because after like a ground jump kick, it goes to damage protection. For some reason, when they drop out of the spin, it undoes that. Oh yeah, I love playing. That's what I do. Like when I get home, I just like unwind by playing the double master with all endurance. Maybe you'll learn a few little micro management things from watching this. Mataro is just like super easy. All you have to do is just jump in and combo him. Make sure you don't finish out the combos that will whiff. Oops. See, that was weird. Didn't even scream. Does not make any sense. Screw that up. Knee lift, come on. Or don't. So basically against Shao Kahn is like, you just want to get the advantage on damage on anything that you do to him. Fully reset the sound there. Yeah, so like overall, I mean, honestly, that like, it's not terrible. I'd say like the only thing better is probably the Xbox Xbox Live arcade version. I forgot I'm so used to playing against him with normal health now. I'm like, why the hell is it taking so long to kill him? Sorry if I'm just a little bit monotonous here, but yeah, the balance updates in that are pretty neat. A lot of trilogy specific stuff. Few like other sort of elective gameplay changes. missed that last hit.
Well done.
Oh, jeez.
Wins. Round 3. Fight.
Oh, got me. All right. I don't know if I can. John Fat. Let's see. Yeah, I have not spoken to Rio in. It's been a few years. The only person I would know who's still active is probably James MK. He's the only person probably would, if you need to get in touch with him. I mean, I could text him, but I haven't. I haven't in a long time. Yeah, I don't know what he's up to. I don't know if he's gonna be playing one. We'll find out. Yeah, me too. Me too. Brady's another one who might, but he's like just as hard to get a hold of sometimes. Yeah, I do miss Rio's hosting bumps when someone like Mike or somebody would be on like late at night, or if I had like the reruns going when they were still easy to do. I'd like pop on in the middle of the night, be like 3 a.m. and there'd be like 60 people watching, like, you know, Summer Jam, like 10 or something like that. Yeah, what did you watch him play? Like MKX or? Nice, yeah. Yeah, I met Rio probably back in, like, I don't know, it had to be like '09, something like that. And he was like a Liu Kang main, actually, coincidentally, he was a Liu Kang main. And he was at like just like some people's house. They were like doing a little like third strike in UMK3. And he was there, and I like leveled him up that night big time. Come on. Yep, that's what Rio is. Resident Evil Online. That's what REO stands for. Not Oreo Speedwagon like some people think. I don't even think Rio knows who Oreo Speedwagon is. Oh yeah, this is developed from like years of like playing in the arcades when like nobody was around, so you had to like figure out, you know, the best tactics to beat the computer. And then like after that, I like came up with like even more like bizarre stuff. Yes, that is Oreo Speedwagon. Telekinetic slam punishes on an arcade stick is a little bit difficult. Whoops. Be nice if I followed that up. It's harder from that side, for me at least. On a keyboard, it's very, very easy. Contrary to what people may think, keyboard is a superior input method for Mortal Kombat, maybe not for Street Fighter. Look at that. Stuff that slide from Reptile. I hate the double Liu Kang. I can't tell when you punish that on Liu Kang if he's legitimately unpunishable, because he almost always gets out of it with a special move or like a jump, but I don't think he actually can. Ooh, that was a perfect punish there. That was 82. I'll try some Kung Lao. I'm way better on keyboard with Kung Lao than I am on stick. But like I mean, I don't know. It's like, again, like I can't tell if it's this TV that I'm using, because it's like an older. It's like an older like a 4.3 flat screen. It's like got to be from, I mean, close to 20 years old. But other than just there being like a hint of delay, I really don't see any. There's no problem with this. I mean, I don't know if this is better than the Xbox version, and it was the Xbox version that I played. But this is like, it's not terrible. It's just the sounds that kind of throw things off. Yeah, if the sounds were always like this, but didn't have like the weird like cutout, it would be actually like preferred. Because sampling on it is much more crisp. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of it is CPU only. It's like stuff that's like blockable, but CPU doesn't. Like that was blockable right there. They'll never block it though. But it's useful like you know, if you're just like at an arcade somewhere and you're like, ooh, there's a UMK3 machine here, and you're just like, all right, I want to play it, but you gotta like pop 2 quarters in and like, you know, just play against a dummy. What's that up? Or unless you go to a place that has like a free play everything, but it's got like a day pass. He does kind of look like Locutus, yes. Look at that. Imagine that. Like, that's 82 because he did a sweep. Oh, I didn't see. Oh, you know what? I got the game is in the wrong spot for the overlay. I gotta move it down. That should be better. I don't know. I didn't see who followed there. Yeah, 90s was when they were more like 50 cent plays, and then like the 2000s was when like those sit down racers really became popular, and those were like dollar plays here. I keep messing up the spacing on that. Yeah, I'm getting stuff really consistently here, and I've always just like heard nothing but complaints about this. Yeah, KOF I know is very popular in like Central and South America, and like the West Coast United States. I guess there's maybe some of the population influence there too. Oh, that's my fault, I know. Alright, that's enough for Ermac. I'll switch to somebody else. Ooh, is it Kulao? Alright, let's see if I can get some. See if I can get some influence. I'm not noticing any of like the odd collision that I remember.
Fight.
I mean, that worked. That was pretty good.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
And there you saw a like a full duck to like sweeping on the first frame that it's available, which means like he doesn't see like he didn't like fully stand up to do the sweep, which is like very optimal. So you're ducking and you're like there like that. See? I mean, you can do that with pretty much anybody, but like that's where you want to be with that to avoid like any kind of like potential counter. I mean, that comes out way more consistent than I thought it would. Almost got it. 99%, 99%, 99%. If you know, you know. Well, if you do the way I was doing it, where I was making her jump at me and just getting like the pure air hit to start, there's no scaling on it. So that only takes about like 10 hits to kill. But if you do a spin, then everything after the spin, it's half damage, so it's like 20 hits. I'll try to show an example of at least getting up to the corner with that. Of course I screwed it up. I don't know what's happening there. That's me, though. Let him beat me, just try to do it again next round. Yeah, the spin activates damage protection. I think I got to do a punch first. Oops, see, so you can see there, that only did 28 for 5. And I'll try to... Alright, back up. Now that was 4 and that was 37, so you can get an idea. And that actually is in all the PS2 games, like Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. That like concept is in there, because the combos on the ground all have their own like scaling, like for not just like certain moves, but like the combos themselves. And then, but if somebody jumps at you, you do the same combo in the air. It's all unscaled. I don't know if it's like that in every one of them, but definitely for Deception. That game is, oh my god, that game is ridiculous. CPU is like, there's just, I don't know, there's probably like 25 different like micro management scenarios between like all the characters. Maybe a little more than that, but there's like a handful that basically everybody can use. So like one of them is like jump back, they'll throw a projectile, and if you space it right, you can jump back in and combo them. That works like every time. But that only works like after the second character usually, depending on like what the difficulty setting is. Because the first, if it's set on like easy, the first like couple characters, is like they're actually sometimes harder to play against because they don't do the same things. So Kung Lao has another thing. So if you do like an early jump punch, they'll go to uppercut you, but you can cancel that to a dive kick and you go right behind them. But Liu Kang has that stupid thing where he jumps up immediately and tries to fireball you. So that's like his like variation to that. So you can see. But then you can still take advantage. See, he just did it there, but let's see if the next one does. Okay, Sub-Zero will work. Sub-Zero will do like the up freeze. Oh yeah, and they definitely cheat. I wonder if I can get him to do it. Alright, so you kind of saw him do it there. He went to do one thing and then he threw me. But you can get him to do it like right out of his like ice. He'll be like full on, the ice will be on the screen and he'll just like throw you out of it. Or like the slide. So like, when they get up, if you do a sweep, it'll make them jump back. We'll see. Had a nice punish possibility there. Oh yeah, and then there's always, there's this. That works against all the male ninjas for most characters. Define consistent. sometimes they're tough. Like sometimes it's, you know, the timing on certain things, like Sonya, for example, like some of the strategies against her like depend on whether or not you have, I think, frame advantage. Because her jump-ins will hit you in situations where you can force them to jump, and you can just like, you know, double punch like I was doing with Kung Lao.
Superb.
My main is Human Smoke, but I will switch it up with like Ermac and Reptile. So like right now, this is not like on the hardest difficulty level, even though it's double master, because he normally would not, he would never just like stand around. He'll always get into like the defensive zone where like they mimic your footsies. Yeah, see, that was really good. Like that felt like honestly like arcade like consistency. Where like if you try that on MAME, like it just, I don't know, just doesn't. It usually takes me several matches to get 3. That was a cheat there. Reptile's got like his own little gimmicks. You can literally just run in low punch and then they'll sweep and block block sweep with the slide punish like that every time. If you really want to lame them out, or you can do like this stuff. Look at that. See, now that's an unscaled 71% for 9 hits. But you can do like 12 hits in a combo and it's like 60. Rain is not in this particular version, but he is in the hack that Drew works on, and he balanced him a little bit since he's not an original character in the game. He took a little bit of his like N64 frame data, and he just limited like how many hits. I think it's like 10 hits before the roundhouse doesn't knock you across the screen anymore. Which is, you know, that's his prerogative. I don't remember any Reptile's fatalities in this. I guess because I didn't really use them in the arcade. I didn't start using them until like the 2000s. Not getting away that easy, Jax. This is straight up like 1.2. I'm pretty sure they use 1.2 in this. MK Arcade Collection. The reason why I'm even playing it is just to see like why people think this is like such a bad version of it. And it seemed like it was when I played it, but this is, I mean, unless there's a difference when you're playing against another person because it's like 2 USB inputs, I mean, stranger things have happened. I'm not noticing like the frame drops and like just the overall like inconsistency with like the collision that I thought. Like, again, maybe I played the Xbox version and it was just not as good. But you know, I like to know why I dislike something. And like, yeah, like this is just not, it's not as bad as people said it was.
Fight. Finish him. Reptile wins. Flawless victory. Round one. Fight. Superb wins. Round two. Fight.
Against Robot Smoke and Sector. If he's in the, actually pretty much any time, but this is the best time to try it, is when they're in this mimicking zone. You just jump at them, like naked jump, and they'll eventually start teleporting, and then you just use that to punish. There you go. And that was like two blockable force balls.
Round three. Fight.
In order to get those two punches, you have to like wait to cancel the second one, because if you cancel it too fast, it doesn't have like the active frame on the punch long enough to still hit them. Some weird. That's an arcade thing too. It's not like this specific to this version.
Round two. Fight.
I mean, I can play like the old Street Fighter games. Like I can beat those. But I don't know them like I do this, and I'm like an average like tournament player for those. Like in like a third strike tournament with like 16 players, like I may go 2-2, maybe.
Fight. Well done. Scorpion wins.
Yeah, I'm like mixing like the like crazy combos with like CPU only strategies. So like what I'm like trying to like set up scenarios that you'll actually be able to see something that's like not boring, even though like this is still like can be like pretty monotonous. Like certain characters, it's just like if you want to beat the game quickly, you have to do the same combo. Oops. Alright, let me switch to somebody else. Saw basically everything Reptile has to offer. I am playing this on a fat PS3, not the 4-player one, but the the 80 gig 2-port USB. Let's do any characters that you want to see in particular.
Choose your destiny.
He's not in this, of course. I'm gonna
Superb.
back out of this.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, so I wonder if it has something to do with how it divides up the power.
Superb. Round one. Fight. Nightwolf wins. Round two. Fight.
You'll see a 4-axe, don't worry.
Finishes you. Nightwolf wins. Round one. Fight.
So I'm like just trying to like see if I can tell just by like how the game feels if there's any difference. Cause like I said, I've only played this like twice in a competitive environment, and
Fight.
I felt like there was a difference. But right now, like it's not bad. And again, I cannot remember. I'd have to look at the video to see if we could tell. Sean Fatman, yeah, thanks for checking this out. You know, some good questions, good conversation in there. Glad you know who Rio is, because he's yeah, he's a real special player.
Jade wins. Round two. Fight.
Yeah, there definitely has been patches since the last time I played it, but I don't know if they would ever fix anything that specific and not just like online functionality or like maybe like bugs and stuff like that that like cause the game to stop working, like crash bugs. See, against Jade with Nightwolf, you have to like you have to do this like stupid stuff, like not paying attention. I can still get her. That will hit if you get the timing right. Okay, so there is some kind of fix then, if that's what you've noticed. Performance enhancement. So Kano is one of like a handful of characters that has like an exploit Nightwolf can take advantage of. And it's because his collision box when he hits the ground is just high enough that his kick there can hit him on wake up. Now, that is blockable mid-screen after the axe, but in the corner, if you just do the 3-hit combo, it is unblockable. And that works on Kano, Kabal, Shiva, and the robots. So you can see that. I don't know if that's low kick or high kick. And the robots and Shiva, you can kind of do like a mid-screen axe infinite against them. Screw that up. Let's try that one more time. Sorta, except I mean any character with a launcher combo pretty much can relaunch at least somebody else. And it's unblockable. You Let's see here. I missed up the timing on that, but that can go full infinite. And it's blockable, of course, but the computer doesn't block it. The thing with relaunch combos is there is a one, like I think it's one frame that you can hit unblockably most characters who have launchers in most situations. There's like a handful of situations where it's just not possible. I think like Melina can't relaunch from like the right side of the screen if she's player one, if she doesn't have frame advantage. Same thing with like Kabal on certain characters. It's really, really weird stuff, and it's just like, just all chance. I'm trying to get a... Sorry, I'm white, man. How you been? No, this is just different from what I remember. Like my experience is like 2 days of playing it at 2 different events, at like 3 years apart, I'll say. Almost. And this is way, way better. Like if anybody said like, oh yeah, we have to run it on, you know, the PS3 version of MK Arcade Collection, I would say if that's all you got, perfectly acceptable. But again, I'd have to play against somebody to know for sure that if you have 2 controllers hooked up, crazier things have happened. It may cause like input drops. There could be some like frame drops. But right now, playing against a computer, I got no problems with this. And I'd like to play this on like a tube TV to even see, because I'm playing it on like an old flat screen. But yeah, it's very, very consistent. Very nice, man. Very nice. I cannot believe I can't get that. Ooh. If I get a PS5, yeah, I don't know how long it'll take for the PC version to come out. I don't know if the more recent ones, like, if it's come out sooner, but I always remember there being like a pretty significant delay. But I will definitely give it a shot. pissed off. Alright, we don't need to see me beat it again. Let's move on to another character. Any requests before the timer runs out? I did Kabal, I did Ermac, I did Reptile, did Kung Lao, Nightwolf.
Cyrax.
Oh, ran out of time. I'll do Kano next. Do a little Cyrax. So I can do some, alright, so we get Kano and Shang Tsung next.
Round 1. Fight. Cyrax wins.
I'm gonna try some Cyrax resets in here.
Fight.
There you go, that's a reset. 2 resets, look at that. I don't think you can avoid getting up at that timing. So the bomb, it's very similar to MK9. The bomb will hit after the timer has elapsed to limit when you can do the next bomb. Yes, Scorpion's Scorpion Pack fatality. If you do it on the subway, I think something about the flashing light loading, it's like not taken out of the game, or it's not taken out when it loads the hell stage, like right here. And when the light flashes, it will crash.
Cyrax wins. Round 2. Fight. Finish her.
So I did not attempt a reset there.
Round 1. Fight.
Tried here. So he definitely could have escaped, I think, there, because he got so much of a running start out of it. Yeah, that one's escapable.
Cyrax wins. Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, that was unescapable. Look at that. So that's 2 combos, probably about 94, 96, something like that.
Cyrax wins. Round 2. Fight.
That was like the first fatality most people ever did in this game. It's like, well, I want to try Cyrax because I think he's actually Scorpion. Just because he's, you know, yellow and black. So. It's like down, down, forward, up, run, or something like that. No, he's not better than Human Smoke, but he's definitely nasty. I've only played against him competitively in matches against Rio, and no one else ever. I mean, I played a few against Truku back in December, but he doesn't really. He's not like Rio, so it's not like the same thing. And that was I mean, he's the same thing, but it was the one in UMK3 Plus. He's a problem. We'll say that. He's definitely up there. Mariano, he's referring to the Super Sub-Zero in Trilogy, which has the he's got the freeze, the ground freeze, the ice clone, the ice shower. I think he I don't know if he has classic Sub-Zero or unmasked Sub-Zero's freeze startup, which is faster than masked. Sorry. Unmasked Sub-Zero's freeze starts up faster than masked Sub-Zero's, but I don't know if Trilogy Sub-Zero has that. I don't remember. But having all of that, I mean, it makes him into an absolutely, like, tournament viable character. Whereas, like, you really have to depend on, like, relaunches with him. Just the regular version of him. And, like, mix-ups. But it's all enhanced by having the extra special moves. Yeah, one of the things that makes him so, like, just, like, oppressive is that he can, like, he can freeze you, and then he can air freeze you. Or, sorry, he can get you with the ground freeze, and then air freeze you. So that like, really cements the containment aspect of it, because like the ground ice is like not like you're not sitting there right as long as a regular freeze, but now like you can pick exactly like where you want to place them. Like the corner carry on it becomes like just ridiculous, and it's really really good though. And the mix-ups with that, it's just like you feel like you're playing like Castlevania. There's just like vertical, horizontal, like multiple different things going on. He feels almost like more like a contemporary character. Speak of the devil.